All right, let's do the gradient mesh tool. So here I have a 2019 Harley, some kind, and I've made a path to create this wheel well bumper situation, and right now it's just a regular standard shape. You'll notice that I've opened the navigator here, which is going to allow me to view the results while I am working on a outline version of the gradient mesh. So the gradient mesh tool is over here, and the shortcut for that is U. So you can hit U, and as soon as you have it selected, you can start dropping lines in. Now, if you want to be able to see what's underneath it, it's going to require a little magic here. Right now, everything is set to the settings of preview. If we were to switch it to outline, I would lose kind of everything. I'd lose the reference as well. So that's not what we want to do. We want to leave GPU preview on, but we're going to basically turn it on for every layer except our art layer, our reference layer. So while the layer 1, my reference layer, which is locked and on its own layer, is selected, we'll come on up here and we'll say outline others. Okay, so I'm able to now see this is an outline, and I can see my finished result happening here. So that's going to allow me to plan my placement of these points a little better. And you can see it's kind of magically doing a pretty decent job trying to bend the way the object bends. I don't know how it does it. I want some on the horizontal here as well, not too many. Okay, so I've created quite a few parts here. Each one of the dots, the boxes where the points converge, is a sensor point for what will be a big gradient. So you can imagine there's about 20, 30 gradient locations here. What I might do is hit the move tool and select everybody. And then I like to start by just getting the main color of the object. So basically all, because I have the move tool selected, the V move tool, all of those points became selected and we have the base color. Nice thing about that is we don't have to do all of the points, but we have kind of your uniform color. And maybe, I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit. All right, so I will deselect it, come back here, and with the A arrow tool, we'll start adding some of the highlights. So you can see that on this one, it's got kind of a rim that's dark, and then it gets light through here. And if we wanted, we might be able to align these just a little bit better with my results here. Theoretically, if we did a gradient now from this light color all the way to this dark color, we would get a little transition there that kind of matched the reality of what we've got. So this is editable as well. I'm going to get this as neat as I can before we start clicking. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so let's try. All right, so we know that this is going to be kind of a base color. And we can probably leave that. We'll just work on the highlight here. So I'll select my first point. For this, I've got the A arrow selected. If I get up my eyedropper and click on it, you can see a very small point there has changed on the original. Now there's a shortcut when you have the eyedropper up, which is the Command or Control key that allows you to temporarily switch over to the arrow tool. So by doing that, I'm able to go click and command click and click, click and command click, click and command click, so on. And we're starting to get, you can see the shadow and the highlight coming in. So I'll keep doing that. I'm going to have to guess on this because it's actually off by a little bit. So I'll grab an area that's not directly underneath it, but close. And this should give us a little bit of a blend off of our original color, and hopefully start to hit some of these shadow areas. I think I got him. Some of these shadow areas right too. And if we lose it, just make sure you're selected. Select that guy, eyedropper. Select that guy, eyedropper. And you be careful not to select the handles of a Bezier, but just those anchor points. And I think we're probably getting there. So let's take that guy and we'll view it now. So coming back over here and switching this one to preview all layers. And let's see that we got something, a little some bulbousness to it there. But once we put that piece of chrome over there, that'll hide some of that. And looks like we probably need a little bit more, sort of a darker color there to really get it. So with that in mind, I'll turn this guy on. I'll set that to outline again. I'm going to come through here and, you know, I need to put in another line is what I do. So now with that in mind, get the eyedropper up, Command, temporarily click on Command. I gotta get the tool, there he is. Eyedropper and right next to it, click. These are command clicks there. Command click eyedropper, command click eyedropper, and so on down the road here. Let's take a look at that and see if that looks a little bit more like it. Yeah, it's looking pretty neat. So, put in a few other pieces. We've got some nice sort of illusion of depth going on there. You can even kind of see this nice looking highlight here along that edge. That looks pretty cool. So I think with the rest of those parts, that would end up looking pretty good. There, see, it works.